Alright guys, so this is a quick review of the box and whisker plot, which if you will recall, you have a box in the middle. Now this box is always going to be cut up into two parts. It may or may not be in the middle. You may have a box that has a longer on one side than the other. Okay, you may have one that has a longer whisker on one side than the other. Okay, but they still should have these three parts. They should have this value right here, which is the minimum. This is the Q1. This middle of the box, wherever it is the median. This is Q3, which is the upper quartile, and then you have the maximum value here. Okay. So this one right here is the minimum number of the data set. This right here is the maximum number of the data set. Okay, here we have our median. And once again, these will always be above a number line so that you'll be able to tell what these numbers are. Okay, then we have here Q1, which is your lower quartile, and then Q3, which is your upper quartile. Okay, so when you're talking about the range of the whole data set, remember with range, we would do maximum and then subtract the minimum, right? But we also have what's called the interquartile range, abbreviated IQR. Okay, that is also known as the spread. Okay, but basically what we do is we take the inside range, if you will. So that would be Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so when we compare two things, we can see here that this first group, if this was, say, two data sets that I was comparing, this would have a smaller minimum and a smaller maximum. Okay. This one would have a greater median because it would be higher on the number line than this one. And then they have near about the same spread here. They're almost the same except for this one has a slightly smaller spread. So the one that has greater variability would be the one that has the more wide spread apart, or maybe perhaps the longer whiskers like this one. Okay, but you'll notice this right here, this top half of the data is very compact. So this top half of the data has very little variability, whereas the bottom half has quite a bit more, okay? And then keep in mind that all of these little pieces, if you will, represent 25% of the data. 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. Okay, so then basically remember your median is exactly in the middle, so that's perfect because you have 50% below and 50% above. And then this Q3 would be the median of the top half, if you will. So basically if all your numbers were lined up, you would have to do that to get the median anyway. So you would cover up the first half of the numbers and then find the median of the second half. And then for Q1, you would cover up the back half and then find the median of the first half. Okay, so this is basically a box and whisker plot in a nutshell. So if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a holler, email, or shout it out. All right, bye.